I didn't expect to like Kids in America, so I was actually quite pleasantly surprised. Now, why did I watch a film I didn't think I would like? Because George Wendt's in it, and I'm currently making it my mission to watch everything he's ever been in. He's not in it too much, but the film itself is pretty interesting, not perfect, but still quite entertaining. This was released in 2005 and is directed by Josh Stolberg, written by Stolberg and Andrew Shaifer, and stars among others Gregory Smith, Julie Bowen, Malik Yoba, and, well, George Wendt is in it, doesn't necessarily star in it. This has 5.7 out of 10 on IMDb and a Metascore of 38, so it didn't look very promising. But actually, while the narrative is not perfectly executed, and there's a lot about this that seems far too over the top. Oh, Nicole Richie's in it as well. It seemed far too over the top, and a lot of the actions and character responses didn't seem believable. I kind of liked the style of humour, which is weird for me. I don't like coming-of-age films that much. I don't like teen dramas. It's not my kind of thing. But a lot of the dialogue was very clever, very witty, and really well delivered. I kind of couldn't help but like it. So the description from IMDb is as follows. A diverse group of high school students band together to peacefully stick it to their overbearing principal. The word peacefully there applies for the most part, but things get a little bit chaotic. And Principal Weller, played by Julie Bowen, is basically completely against anything the students are doing that has anything to do with promoting safe sex. She'd rather just ignore the subject completely. That's leaving a lot of girls not getting access to contraception, and as such there are pregnancies and abortions and all kinds of things. So a lot of these teens rebel against primarily the principal, a little bit about the education system, but mostly just against this principal, and they stand up for what they believe in, and there's a little bit of anarchy. And I'm not the biggest fan of that kind of film, but again, this seems to work really well, as I think it's got the balance right. It's not just a bunch of rebellious teens just rebelling for the sake of it. You can tell they actually believe in what they're talking about, and we have a mixed bag of people. We have the cheerleaders, we have the tech guru, the actors, we have a whole bunch of performers, and that gives us a lot of really entertaining performances as well. A really mixed bag of students. And that's another reason why it works. It's not just the same kind of people saying the same kind of things. We have all kinds of different opinions. And I think it works. It works so much better than I expected. And what really surprised me about this is that it looks fantastic. Apparently it only had a budget of $750,000 according to IMDb. Now I say only, that's an insane amount of money. But at the same time, for a film that looks like a pretty big budget film, well, an average budget film, it doesn't look cheap. So I was really surprised to learn that as well. And I think the costumes are great, the cheerleader outfits look fantastic. I feel like the characters were all true to their personalities. The only thing that I didn't like really is the fact that some of their actions were over the top. And part of me kind of feels like the head teacher was a bit over dramatic. I didn't really feel like a lot of her actions and values were that believable. But I have to take that with a pinch of salt and say, well, if this was the case, this is how the students would react. So I actually liked it. So if, like me, you think this is a PG-13 film, I'm not sure what it would have been in the UK. I assume a 12. If, like me, you think I don't really like this kind of film, you may actually like it. By all means, give it a go. I'd love to know what you think of it. I didn't expect to like it. I was very pleasantly surprised, and that is always welcomed.